Rangers sold on bid to sign Kevin Boma as £5 million transfer development leaks. Ferguson expects Raskin exit in major transfer development. Rangers target Kwame Poku, wanted by 30 as club go all out. And the big question, when is Rangers Champions League draw and who could they face? Want to see these and more Rangers news? Stay until the end. We are the people. Rangers are gearing up to launch a bid for Esteril's 22-year-old centre-back Kevin Boma. And listen, this isn't just another rumour fluttering in the wind. This comes straight out of Portugal. The lad was snapped up by Estoril for just £210,000 a year ago from Rodez in France, but now the price tag shot up to somewhere between 6 and 7 million euros. That's roughly between 5 million and 5.95 million pounds. And let's be clear, this isn't some raw punt. Boma's been one of the standouts in the Portuguese top flight this season, earning Team of the Week honours and catching the eyes of Union Berlin and FC Basel. But now, it's Rangers stepping into the ring, and reportedly, we're sold on the idea of bringing him to Ibrox this summer. Now look, you saw what happened last window. We were desperate at the back. Ended up bringing in Rafael Fernandes on loan from Lille, but he barely lasted 20 minutes in his only start. It was like sending a sheep to deal with a lion, so we're crying out for proper reinforcements. Boma's already got 6 caps for Togo and looks the type who could bring composure and bite to our backline on something we've lacked badly when it mattered most. And with the 49ers Enterprises takeover looming, and a new gaffer on the way, there's a need for a statement of intent, not just in terms of results, but identity. That back four needs a reset, and Boma might just be part of that revolution. And here's the thing, it's not just about plugging gaps. There's a strategy here. Young players bought smart who can be developed and sold on for serious cash. That's how you build sustainability without sacrificing competitiveness. It's modern football, even at Ibrox, but while we're talking sense and structure, let's be honest, Celtic are sitting pretty with the title again. 85 points, a goal difference like a cheat code, and we're scrapping behind with 68 points. That's not just a gap, that's a canyon, and it's an embarrassment, which brings us to the real heat of the matter. If Rangers do go all in for Boma, a defender with 6 international caps and a year of top-flight experience in Portugal, and Celtic still finish next season miles ahead, who do you hold accountable? The board, the scouting, or is it simply that the players we're signing still aren't Rangers class? Nicolas Raskin, the Belgian midfielder who strutted into Ibrox just over a year ago with promise in his boots and fire in his belly, could be packing his bags this summer, and no, this isn't idle chatter. Derek Ferguson, who knows what it means to wear the shirt, has given it straight. Raskin's likely got one foot out the door, and his agent's already sniffing around down south. Now, let's not pretend the lad hasn't delivered. 45 appearances this season, 7 assists, an 86.7% pass accuracy. He's been tidy, composed, and more recently, let's be honest, injury-free and revitalized just as the transfer window starts glinting in the distance. Funny how that works, eh? But here's what's raising eyebrows. According to Ferguson, Raskin always viewed Rangers as a stepping stone, just a launch pad for the Premier League lights. The supposed change in diet, fitness, and form, all part of the sales pitch, if you believe what's being suggested. Playing for a move rather than the badge, that's the accusation being flung. Now let's look at the numbers. We picked him up for £1.7 million. There's whispers that we could fetch £20 million for him now, a potential tenfold return. And you don't need to be a financial wizard to know Rangers have let that sort of payday slide too many times before. Morelos, Kent, even Butland, all worth serious coin at one point, all ended up walking or being flogged for pennies. The truth is, we've bled more than £80 million in losses since 2012, and UEFA's breathing down everyone's neck with stricter cost ratios. A sale like this could stabilize the books, maybe even bankroll a proper rebuild, but this is where it stings. If Raskin is using Rangers as a launch pad, and we've known it from the start, is he really the kind of player you want wearing the shirt in the first place? Would you rather cash in on Raskin now and take the money, or keep him for another year knowing he's only here to boost his CV and bolt at the first offer? Rangers are in the mix for Peterborough United winger Kwame Poku, but by the sounds of it, we're not the only ones sniffing about. In fact, according to the posh hierarchy, there are 30 clubs keeping tabs on the 23-year-old, and one of them is apparently going all out to secure his signature. Let that sink in. 30 clubs, and we're in a queue. Now, Barry Fry, who's never shy of a microphone, has confirmed that both Rangers and Celtic have been regular faces at London Road this season. But here's the kicker. He reckons Poku won't come north, says he's bound for the top end of the English Championship instead. Cheeky, that. Like we're just there for the fresh air. Let's get real, though. Poku's been electric this season. Widely seen as the best player in League One, he's got pace, directness, and a serious eye for a final ball. Exactly the kind of spark we've lacked when games go flat. So why wouldn't we go after him? And yet we've got Peterborough's chairman out here saying things like he'd sell his wedding ring to sign the right player. This isn't just transfer chat, it's theatre. Meanwhile, he's trying to drum up a bidding war, suggesting clubs won't want the uncertainty of a tribunal decision because they'll end up forking out the full fee up front. It's all part of the game. Jack up the price, make the buyers sweat. But let's bring it back to ibrox. This is the kind of signing we should be aiming for. Young, hungry, sell-on potential, and ready to cause havoc on the wings. If we let this lad slip because we're being too cautious while Celtic or a championship side swoop in, then questions need asked, especially if we're serious about rebuilding under new leadership. If Rangers lose out on Kwame Poku to a championship club, or worse, to Celtic, does it prove the board still lacks the ambition and sharpness to win battles off the pitch? Never mind on it. Right, here we go. The road to the Champions League begins again, and Rangers are officially set to enter set 2 in the second qualifying round, thanks to Athletic Bilbao bottling it against Manchester United in the Europa League. Our path has been confirmed. We're in the league path and crucially will be seeded, meaning we avoid some of the bigger threats early on. A wee slice of luck for a change. The draw takes place on Wednesday, the 18th of June, 2025, and the ties will be played across the 22nd, 23rd, and 29th, 30th of July. It's not far off now, and you can already feel the tension creeping in. Another European summer roller coaster is about to begin. So, who could we be facing? As it stands, the confirmed clubs are ourselves, SK Brann from Norway, unseeded and very beatable, and Panathinaikos, whose seeding status is still up in the air. Other likely opponents include Victoria Plzeň from the Czech Republic, Servette from Switzerland, and Austria Wien. None of those are walkovers, but let's be honest, if Rangers are serious about Champions League football, these are the types of ties we must be winning. And here's where it gets messy. Lose in this second qualifying round, and we drop into the Europa League third qualifying round. Lose there, and it's a domino tumble, Conference League or out of Europe altogether. It's a tightrope walk where one bad night can sink the entire campaign and all the financial windfall that comes with the Champions League. This ain't just about prestige. The club's European success in recent years has been the lifeline, reputation, revenue, relevance, everything. And with Celtic already guaranteed a group stage spot, there's even more pressure to prove we're still capable of competing at that level. So here's what I want you to think about. Given the club's shaky performances in qualifiers in recent seasons and the pressure to match Celtic's automatic group stage place, should failure to reach the Champions League this time be seen as a sackable offense for whoever's in the dugout? Comment below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Rangers, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon.